What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So we finally have hit the road with the whaler and we are in Ship Bottom, New Jersey today. There's the boat and there's my first ramp I'm going to use with this boat outside of my home one at Seaboard Marine. So got the trailer, got everything we need, got some fishing poles. We're going to go explore, we're going to go fishing, we're going to go adventure, we're going to go see some new water today. I'm bringing you guys along with me, so let's put the boat in the water and get going. And just like that, we are off and running. I have no idea where I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna head south. We're just off of Ship Bottom, Long Beach Island, in their municipal ramp. Last time I used this ramp, I brought my sailfish home. That was back in 20. So I kind of knew where this was. I knew that it could be low tide, you know, to take it out. Those are things that you want to make sure you know when you're going to launch and you've never really launched before. I mean, I took a boat out at high tide here, but when I stopped in and I saw a very interesting guy named Vince, very nice old guy, works the ramp, you pay him to use it, but he dropped more F-bombs than some people I know, and you know who I'm talking about. So it was fun, it was cool, he was great, super nice guy. And you know, he had some information that I needed, like, hey, can I take this boat out at low tide? Because I launched at high tide, so obviously I'm gonna be out a while, so then come back, it's probably going to be low tide. Can I get the boat out of the water at low tide, kill some time and then wait for the tide to come back up? He says I don't have to do that, so awesome. So we're gonna go out, have a good day, explore, fish. I don't know any spots around here, so completely blind, but that's what makes it fun. So yeah, an adventure again. That's why I did all that sand in, so I did all that paint. Beautiful down here though, and you guys are coming along, so let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into today. So much different waterway that I'm used to boating on, I should say, because up in the Raritan Bay it's wide open and there's tons of room. Down here the channels are very important because there are a lot of sandbar shallows here. I mean, I'm reading double-digit depths right now, but it's high tide. So coming back at low tide, I'm gonna have to be very, very careful. So we're gonna try to stay in the channels. That's why I'm glad I put the chip into this SMG 7 gauge. It gives me a lot more detail, marks the channels a whole lot clearer, and I can follow my tracks home. So being that I've never been down this way, and I'm gonna go out into the bigger part of the bay, you know, it's good to have, you know, some good data and know where you're going. Because, you know, you've never been here, you don't know what you're gonna run into. Sandbars or whatnot, you know, people that are familiar with it know about it. So we're gonna go slow, take my time, and really look around. It's very touristy here, so there's a lot of boaters around, just kind of going every which way. So we're gonna try to kind of work our way out slowly and surely, and then get out to a nice big wide open body of water, find some depth, and then we'll see what we can do. Drop a couple of bucktails down and see if we can't pull a fish over the side. A lot of people hanging out, having a good time. It's middle August. Summer is, you know, coming to a close, I guess, for down here, although I still believe September is still summer up here in New Jersey. It's just that people go back to work and they start heading back up north, but it's beautiful down here. LBI is gorgeous, and it's just cool to be able to do what I wanted to do, take this boat wherever I feel like it. Woke up today and decided I was going to go to LBI today, and here we are. probably about 5 miles south along the island. Got LBI over here to my left, to the east of me. And then there's these 2 islands that just sit off of it to the west. And there's a big body of water in between it. I'm gonna try and fish over there, see if I can get lucky. It just looks like a good spot, and I'm gonna give it a check. So why not, right? I've been driving for a little while. I've been in deep water, shallow water, constantly changing. So that's obviously gonna be the theme for this body of water. So being that the tide was high 45 minutes ago, we're gonna give it a go right over here. I think this looks like a really good spot. It looks very, you know, it's uninhabited. These are just 2 islands out here that are all natural, hopefully holding fish, and we'll see if we can catch 1 or 2. Still haven't pulled a fish over the side of this boat. I pulled a very small one, but I don't count that. Haven't caught anything I could bring home yet, so we'll see if today that changes. So I'm gonna work my way in here and then set up, and then we'll see what we got. Definitely a nice little spot here. I don't know what the drift's gonna be like with the wind. There is a little bit of a breeze. Got about a 7-knot breeze today. So probably gonna push this boat out pretty good. Got some people tubing on a Zodiac over here. But it's a nice spot. I think this will be a good spot to at least start. We'll see. Not a lot of water here, but then again, that's, like I said, that's been the theme. And I'm not a big fish the channel guy. I just don't like to be in the way. Just don't like to be in the way when people are trying to navigate, you're drifting across. I know that's the way it's done sometimes, but I usually like to try to find places away from all of that. It's just better. It allows me to fish more consistent. I don't have to worry about getting out of the way, or, you know, whatever comes up when you're fishing the channel. I see it all the time back home. I see it everywhere I go. So nothing wrong with it if that's what you do. It's just not what I do. So I'm actually heading to the other side of the mouth of this, and I think it's going to drift me straight across it. So we'll see what happens. Looks nice. Water's clean too, so that's going to be a new thing for me. I've been fishing chocolate milk all summer in Raritan Bay. With all the rain we've had and storms, it has always been churned up. So, and days that I've wanted to go offshore, they've been few and far between. If you haven't checked out that video, check that one out. Caught a nice cobia and a ton of squid. But haven't really been able to do much in the bay because the water's been filthy. So down here, not so much. Looks nice. So let's see what we can do. I think I found a nice spot, and we're going to get started. All right, so I'm fishing with All Reliable. I got my Shimano Torium 14. I got this linked to a Jigging World Nexus, medium to light action, conventional rod. I got a 3-ounce bucktail with a gulp on there, and that is the new Penny. A lot of colors, so we're going to see how we do with this. So while I was setting up, I was checking out my drift. My drift is pretty slow but steady. It is about half a knot, which is what I want. So I'm going to shoot back up to the mouth of this, and obviously it's going to have me drift back over here. I don't want to go into the shallows, but it has kept me in about 3 to 4 feet of water pretty much the whole time. And it looks like if I go out to that point out there, I'm going to drift from that corner back this way. That's a pretty long, steady drift, and hopefully we'll get some. I got some tubers going back and forth. I really don't want to get in their way either, so I might kind of push it over to the right a little bit at the mouth, and we're just going to drift between these 2 islands and hope for the best. So let's get after it. Alright, so we're much deeper water, 24 feet, and we're marking a lot of fish, so I'm going to give it a try. Flies are vicious. They'll make you stop fishing all by themselves. Good Lord. If I get the fish to bite like the flies, I'd be in the money. Got about a 3-ounce bucktail on there. It's holding. I'm not scoping a lot. Feel the bottom as I bounce. So there's the mouth of the inlet. That's the tip of LBI. That's actually Holgate. It's the very end of it. And here's the mouth of the inlet. Off in the distance, you probably can't see it with the camera, but that's Atlantic City over there. So that's how far south I've ventured. And I'm right at the mouth of this inlet. There's the ocean. I don't know if you can make out all the boats that are just sitting right outside there. Party boats and sport fishing boats alike, all trying to catch some ocean fish today. So see a lot of boats coming in, but we're gonna pick at this spot for a little while. It's definitely a little sporty here for this boat, but we're gonna give it a go, test the limitations a little bit, and see if we can't catch ourselves something to bring home. Read 55 feet of water. Definitely the deepest water I've been on top of all day. I am torn up from these flies. Woo-wee, am I torn up. I think I just got swiped again on my goal. Felt something pull and let go. You know, back home I never have that problem. They just either aren't biting or you're catching smalls, shorties. Yeah, they're definitely nailing it. There's chunks of it missing. It's got to be bluefish down there just tearing them up. You know, at this point, I'll take a bluefish, just something to fight. Looking for a fight. Now, the good news is, even though I'm out in this rough stuff and I'm at the mouth of an inlet for pretty much the very first time in this boat, nothing's coming over the side, boat's holding its own. I don't feel like I'm in any danger at all. I feel completely safe on this boat. You know, it's a 17 whaler, and you know, it gets it done. Again, you can find these boats, they are for sale everywhere. You just got to find one that's right to fix up, and it's in your wheelhouse of what you can do or what you're willing to try to do. At least that's what my strategy was. And you know, a year ago this boat was sitting behind my shed, blue tarp on it. I was walking out every couple of weeks and taking the rainwater out of it that pooled up around the tarp, because that always seems to happen when you put a blue tarp over anything. So that was what I was doing, just waiting to start the project, and then I did, and well, you guys know the rest. If you watch the videos, you can see how this boat became how it is today. Just gotta wait. But you know, being less than a year from then and getting out and you know, spending the day out here, it's just so satisfying, because it was you know, definitely time well spent. I enjoyed the work. The end result certainly was what I wanted, so couldn't be happier. Again, went with a new outboard. I didn't mess with an old one. I didn't want to have to fix anything. You never know, wires are rotted or terminals are, you know, behind something and they're just not going to work for you. You're out here, you know, I certainly wouldn't want to lose my engine here. And I got to be honest with you, with that on the back, the Suzuki, I'm not even thinking about engine problems. I'm just not. So I feel very confident to take this boat out. I pretty much have traveled three quarters of the way down south to the end of Long Beach Island, which was my goal. I wanted to make it down here today and then work my way back, and I'm going to cruise back. I'm not going to really fish. My other goal was to stop, and if I found spots to try to fish, I was gonna, and I did. And you know, listen, I got some gulps, you know, all gnarled up and eaten by probably bluefish. Just didn't hook up. But will I be back? For sure. So I think I'm going to pull up. I'm going to start working my way back north. Just some of the places you can go. A couple of dock and dines over here. I'm tempted. Definitely don't want to come too close to the pier. Queen City Marina. Big place. Huh. Ventured pretty far today because I don't even see the causeway yet, so I know I have a ways to go. But like I said, I'm just gonna kind of maneuver along the bay side of LBI and just enjoy the view, just check out stuff. Fish didn't bite, tore up my gulp, just didn't bite my hooks. I'll be back though. In the meantime, go enjoy the water. So we're just going to continue to meander along here, check all this stuff out. LBI, it's a hot spot. Everybody knows about it, lives around here. Definitely a great place to come, spend some time, vacation. Jersey Shore, baby. No place like it. Just so many beautiful vacation homes on this side of the island. I mean, there are some on the beach, obviously, but I'm more of a bayside guy myself, so I always tend to really like these. I mean, to walk out your back door and there's your boat looking at you, to me, that's heaven. So, just absolutely cool place. So nice to be able to take a boat down here. It's just the first of many stops. Absolutely love this. All right, so that's all I'm gonna have for this video. Little different. Again, we got out, we got to take this boat somewhere. I wanted to get it out on the trailer. I wanted to tow it somewhere, and LBI was the first place that came to mind. About a 55-mile tow on with the truck and trailer. Had a great time. We basically navigated from ship bottom all the way down to Holgate, kind of peeked at the ocean a little bit, fished a couple of spots that I will absolutely return to and fish. I know where they are. I don't even need to waypoint them on my machine. But definitely had some action there. My gulps were getting torn up. I just think my hooks were way too big. So lesson learned there. I'm just gonna finish navigating my way back to the ramp and enjoy the sights as I've shown you so far. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna be taking the boat places. That's what this was all about. Put it on the trailer and take it somewhere. And I had a ball. This is what I love to do with this boat. We used to do it with the old one, and now we're starting to do it with this one. We got the trailer, and we just had to wait for one more part. And I'll show that to you when I get back on the ramp. It's the transom support bar that, you know, I have a 4-stroke on this, as you know, many people tell you, well, you got a 4-stroke on an old whaler, that's always a bit of a risk. So far so good, but I sure don't want to bounce my motor down the highway with no support. So I got one of the transom savers that supports the motor, attaches to the trailer, and it takes all the stress off that transom. It's a 56-year-old transom, and I'm not taking a chance with it after all the work that went into this. So guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We crested over 500 in the last video. So excited. Didn't think we'd be this far so soon. 1 year anniversary, I think, from the first upload is the end of September, beginning of October. I don't necessarily remember exactly when I posted my very first video. We're somewhere in the 30s now, and we're gonna keep on going. I know I don't post every week, I try to, but schedules, weather, opportunity doesn't always line up for me. So for those of you that want me to do so, I'm working on it. I'm definitely going to try to, you know, keep the posts frequent. I like to go no more than 2 weeks, but just know that if I'm not, it's the schedule, it's the job. I'm still working full time. That may change sooner than later, but still having fun doing it, guys. Love making these videos. Gonna keep making these videos, and now we're equipped to take the boat wherever we want. So we're gonna start taking it to different destinations. So as we upload, you'll find out where we'll be next. So if you haven't already, subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. Please like the video because it helps us get the videos out there, and YouTube puts them out more if we get more likes. And guys, I appreciate every one of you for subscribing. I appreciate everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.